ready to go then in Bundy Red Friday night football. The last two times these clubs have met at Parramatta Stadium as Moi takes the first hit up. At the end of 80 minutes, the sides have been separated by just 2 points. In 09 and 08, both times won by the home team, Parramatta. Ben Smith plays it just outside the 20. Ducked off there by Robson. Change on the bench for Parramatta tonight, with Matt Keating replaced by Tom Humble. For Keating, it ends a run of 63 straight first-grade matches. In the starting side, Inu on the right wing for Eric Growth. First kick of the night from Hayne. Back across field to the young man on the right wing, which is Matt Duffy, a Kiwi, in the back line for Melbourne. A hit by Mateo and Kalis. First possession for Melbourne for the night. And now with McDougall. Slater's got the yellow boots on tonight. Hayne hasn't got the yellow, he's got the mauve. The clash of the two fullbacks. And the Storm on their own 30-metre line now. Cameron Smith back, that was knocked out of his hand. May have been the arm that was knocked, which forced the ball to be spilt. Now Slater pokes his head through a gap. Chris Keating to make the tackle with Reddy, who was in some doubt for this match, Joel Reddy. Here is Hoffman. Rain has cleared over the last 30 or 40 minutes. Not that bad. Field is in excellent order as Cronk kicks downfield. And it'll be fielded by Luke Bird all the way back to his own goal line. Plenty of Melbourne chasers there. In fact, there's about 10 of them. Let's go down to the sideline. Tim Gilbert.
Yeah, it was that wet when we got here. The Ray Price statue had a poncho, Vossi, but it's all beautiful and dry now. Testimony to the groundkeeper here. Absolutely beautiful surface. Now, they said it was going to be hostile tonight. I wouldn't call it hostile. I think these Parramatta fans just want to win.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's the here and now. They must win tonight, Parramatta. Things are starting to get away from them as Kalis passes on to Hayne, a dummy, not fallen for by Lowry. But he almost got through the tackle as Blair had to come across to finish off with Cronk, and now penalised. And that pleases the Parramatta fans. Tony Archer blows the first penalty of the night. Andrew Johns up in the commentary box tonight. Joey.
It was on the back of their superstar, Jared Hayne, and that's his instructions from Coach Anderson. Yep. Run the ball on every opportunity. He got the ball, then looked to pass. He's far more damaging when he runs the ball.
And now Tahu from the free kick. And Parramatta, they are ready to rumble here. Haven't had too much success this year scoring the first try. In fact, they've only done it 4 times this season, but they're in position right now. Daniel Mortimer inside for Mateo. 12 metres from the line. Smith made the tackle with Norrie. Now Chris Keating, on it comes to Ben Smith, standing flat. Finch there with Hoffman. Now 5 from the line. Robson, Moi again flat-footed, takes them on. 3 to get him down. Norrie around the legs. Lowry and Smith. Now to the right side. Hayne with a dummy and tries to get through, but Finch had him. Again with Hoffman. Last tackle. Keating wants it to kick across field. Here it comes. Keating. Pressure on Melbourne. Perfectly placed. It's loose, but Cronk is onto it. Oh, the scraps were there. And Melbourne able to clean up, if somewhat untidily. Also on commentary tonight, Brad Fittler. Freddie, who are you tipping tonight?
Well, I've tipped the Eels. I don't know how confident I am. Very energetic start. I don't think the start's going to be the problem for the Eels. I think it's when it starts to burn a little. Last week they fell short. Let's see how they go against the Storm.
Bundy Red, Friday night football, as now the man who was playing for Parramatta in the grand final last year plays it. Lowry, and back to Cronk, kicking from inside the 30. Hayne, 3, 4 juggles. The last one I think he did for show. And he's back over the 40-metre line, Jared Hayne. 1-2 off the chin. He's falconed himself and then just taps it up a 4th time into the right hand. So they're 45 metres away from the line. Flat ball there to Kalis, and Melbourne caught napping. Back to Burt, kicks over the top. May have been interfered with by Slater. Storm in possession. Again, it's Cronk at the back. But Melbourne's defence, it was asleep there with a run of Kalis. They were totally on their heels. Crowd calling for a forward pass there. That is Duffy, the young man coming in off the right wing. His 6th game of first grade tonight. Now Hoffman, Melbourne will get a penalty.
You're going all early. Right there, mate.
We'll watch this break again, this work at Kalis for Luke Burt.
It's so unlike the Melbourne Storm. So much room around the ruck, and their markers just didn't work for a marker.
So now a Storm back in possession. We're led to believe Brett White under a little bit of pressure to keep his origin place. Big game tonight would be handy. Here's Norrie, got the left knee heavily strapped. Thrown down there by Moy and Robson. Just on that first try scoring stat. You follow TAB Sportsbet as well. Melbourne have scored the first try in the last 5 games. Left side, McDougall. After quick hands by Inglis. They're only 10 away. They will put the Eels under the pump here. Now Hoffman takes one charge at them. That is tackle number 4. 6 minutes gone here at Parramatta Stadium. Finch across with Cronk. A dummy there to White. Then Lowry angles back in field. They've now got the option of kicking left or right here. Smith, Cronk, he dabs it into the goal. There's Slater, and there's a 4-pointer. What a combination. What a double act. Cronk for Slater. 4-0 the Storm.
We look at the Melbourne Storm halves. You've got Cronk, you've got Finch, but the indicator is Slater. You see the ball switched. This is an early play. Wherever Slater is, that's where the ball goes. A beautiful set play by the Melbourne Storm. Found room on the left. Back to the middle, and then Cronk on the Kuno replay. A beautiful kick. And that man again, Billy Slater, he's the indicator. Wherever he is, that's where the ball's going.
Well, how good are they? A Cronk kick for a Slater try. You know it's coming. You know it's going to happen at some stage, but how do you stop it?
You can't. Too fast. Too accurate. Twice in that set of 6, Parramatta asked questions. They had the blowtorch put to him over here on the right-hand side. They got around to Melbourne. Then on the last tackle, stationed himself in the middle, had a the kick-offs from both sides, and they fell short again.
And that's a big test for Jared Hayne, positional play. If he plays fullback for the Origin, is his positional play up to it?
Yeah, good call, Joey. And the kick from Cameron Smith, successful, and a 6-0 lead for the Storm in Bundy Red Friday night footy.
There's a big question mark going into Parramatta before this game. I was watching them in the warm-up. I didn't know whether they looked lazy or they looked comfortable, relaxed, confident. By the looks of Peter Sharp, their assistant coach, he saw something he didn't like.
That was from the warm-up, not from just when the try was scored then. They're out on the ground for a good 20-25 minutes as Norrie takes the hit up and just short of the 20-metre line. So the Storm are rocking and rolling again, 6 weeks in a row, the first try. And that is all 6 weeks since since it was revealed of the salary cap scandal. Hoffman now. In fact, some pretty damning stats for Parramatta, or worrying stats, as Finch passed inside. I think he was claiming Lowry was tackled without the ball.
Too early, mate.
And that appeal has met with a favourable response from Tony Archer. But Melbourne's first half stats since they were stripped of their points, aside from the game they lost to Brisbane, they haven't conceded a first half point. 22-0 versus the Warriors, 18-0 against the Cowboys, 13-0 against the Raiders, and 23-0 last week against the Bulldogs. That is pretty impressive. Norrie 20 metres away from the line. Kalis made the tackle. Now Smith 15 out from the line. That may have been forward to Hoffman. Crowd again displeased with all of that. Smith, across he goes, out the back, looks promising. De Blair off Cooper Cronk. A little general steering the Melbourne side around at the moment. Smith, Cronk, out to Finch, headed out towards Inglis. Here he is, the big number 4 for Melbourne. Wrapped up by Ben Smith. 10 metres from the line on tackle 4. Now Cronk, a dummy. Cooper Cronk is close to the line. that is tackle 5. Smith back to Finch, kick coming across towards the wing of Bird. It's up in the air, it's there again, and that's close, but penalty goes the way of Parramatta.
His turn, boys. His turn. Blake's in front of you, mate. Brian! Wait, mate.
Just wondered if there was no penalty, where in fact we were headed to the video ref, whether it had been cleaned up. But off it went off Tahu. Slater was there just to put his hand on the ball just in case.
Just in case.
Obviously, their attack, the Melbourne Storm, they're just phenomenal. A well-oiled machine. Every player knows which hole to hit. Their timing's perfect. They're a perfect team in attack.
There's another run from Moy, which dead set is at half the velocity, half the intensity you would expect of one of the more damaging runners of the game. Now Keating goes out to Reddy and on to Anu. Another one of the flashy yellow boots. He put a foot on the sideline, if not over the line. Touchy's flag went up.
Already, yeah. Tackle in the touch,
But Parramatta prepared to spread the football.
They chance a hand down the right-hand side here. He's touched the line there, Christian Inu. Back inside. Talking about the Melbourne Storm attack, Joey. They seem to always set up for their attack. When a lot of sides do that, they look cumbersome. But they seem to do it with such confidence that they really put pressure on the other team every time.
They're just so good to watch. Even when they're laying a line, if they're hitting the middle of the field, the players all know where to get to, what defenders to get to. I don't know what it is, whether it's confidence or they're well drilled, but they all seem to know their job inside out.
You can imagine what you see here on the field is what you'd see in a training session.
Slater is central to a lot of those plays, as now Melbourne with Lowry, and on it comes with Norrie, and slips an offload, a loose one, picked up well there by Brett White, and makes the most of it as well to get back over the 40-metre line. That was from where the pass had came. And now Smith, Cronk works right with Blair, good player, Nielsen standing, can't offload. Got the first try last week against the Bulldogs. Now Smith, Cronk, they attack the short side, great hit on Blair.
Brute.
Tahu,
It's a brute!
Freddie loves it. Tahu on Adam Blair, high bomb, underneath it is Hayne, plenty of pressure, great take. Great take, Jared Hayne. And then copped a tackle from Billy Slater, just for good measure.
Yeah, that was a beautiful take by Hayne. It was a floating bomb by Cronk. Here's the hit by Tamana Tahu on Adam Blair.
Jolted the head back.
You like that, Freddie, didn't you? Sit down.
Freddie has been standing the entire match. He's fired up for Bundy Red Friday Night Football. Why not? Here's Moy, a little better that time. But tackled by Lowry and Norrie. Now Hindmarsh. And great ball! Keating is literally collared there by Inglis. What an offload from Hindmarsh. Now Mortimer and Robson. Hayne, cut-out ball out to Tahu. Early ball, but confronted there by Cronk and Nielsen. Last tackle, 20 metres away from the Melbourne Storm line. Home team down by 6 as Hayne has got it well placed. McDougall, the ball is loose. And Slater has cleaned up for the Storm again. Haven't they picked up the crumbs here tonight, Melbourne, on the back of Parramatta's kicks, which are quite menacing.
But it's no fluke, Bossy. They get men around. Slater pushed hard to get there. In the first minute, a bomb was put over Cooper Cronk, but there was Melbourne Storm players there to pick the crumbs up. They worked for this. It's no fluke.
A couple of very classy offloads tonight from Kalis and also from Hindmarsh for Parramatta. And kicking on the fourth tackle, Cameron Smith, fielded by Jared Hayne, strides back over the 20. Now faces Cooper Cronk, who makes the tackle. And that is number 1 inside the 30. Luke Burt went some metres, but chased down from behind by Brian Norrie. It's not a big crowd here tonight, kept away by the weather, I imagine, but they're very vocal. Played by Inu, Robson, Kalis, and Hayne has done well to tip it on to Mateo, who keeps it alive. Great ball from Robson to Moy. top of Finch. He will have quite a headache. Now Robson to Matteo. 15 metres from the Storm line. Good attack, Parramatta. They've made 80 metres on the set. They get to the last tackle. Matteo was stung by that previous tackle. Mortimer knocked down by Smith. The kick was too deep. And that is such a disappointing end to a great set.
It was a disappointing play of the ball. For letting Matteo get the ball, got the ball in space, but played the ball in 8 to 10 seconds. Cameron Smith come out of the line, put so much pressure on Daniel Mortimer, and in the end, Paul ran into a set, but it was the play of the ball. Too slow.
So Storm back with it, and another run for Lowry. In 3 years here at Parramatta, and has played all the games for the Storm this year without scoring a try. Now Blair to play it. He's rugged tonight as always, Adam Blair. Smith, that right elbow with some heavy bandaging on it. It's his first game since the test match. So he's fit for Origin 2, which is bad news for Matty Ballin. Crook, here comes Slater. Here we go, folks. Slater's onto the ball. Hayner's got him. He's offloaded off the ground. Play on, says Archer. Intercept by Reddy. And Parramatta come back with it. The two fullbacks come together. Hayne and Slater. Now Matteo.
How good was that? Once again, the indicator, Slater, where he is, the ball will go there. And it's just an entree for next Wednesday night.
He challenged
Slater on
Hayne. He challenged him. Hayne was up to the task.
So now Parramatta in possession. Overlap here on the right-hand side. It's about 4-on-1. Smith's got the ball at halfway. Now for Reddy. Inside for Inu. Again, Finch has been left behind, and Hoffman makes the tackle. It's a rough old night for the former Eel, Brett Finch. Now Moi lines them up. The bowling ball with legs. And collected a few 10 pins on the way through. Now Mortimer. And is well collected there by Blair. Tackle number 4, 17 gone, 6-0 to the Storm as the ball is put high across towards the wing of McDougall. Oh, he's fouled himself. Parramatta. Finch has ended up taking it over the sideline. I hope Kevin Sheedy was watching that. We'll take a break in Bundy Red Friday Night Football. Well, in the week where AFL has had a lot of coverage, Friday Night Football, Brett Finch has put up his hands. He wants to be at the bounce at the centre square. Watch this. McDougall, Falcons himself. Paul will pop up again. Watch Finch. Oh, up he goes.
Is that a ruckman?
How high was he?
He was looking for the ruckman.
That's wonderful play. And here is Moi. Moi 5 away. The 5-8 from the scrum. Big pressure on Melbourne. Robson. Hindmarsh. Back in field comes Matteo. Cut offload. Wonderful tackle. Billy Slater. 10 away from the line. Robson, terrible pass. On the bounce. Oh, Ben Smith's put it down. Well, the pass was miles in front of Chris Keating. And on a slippery night like this, you don't need back rowers who are 192 centimetres bending down to get balls off their shoelaces.
Yeah, that's come from an inexperienced dummy half. Crucial down this end of the field. Your dummy half work's got to be spot on. I'm a bit critical of the left-hand side of Parramatta. Very flat. Every time it's gone over there, there's just been no opportunity. They've given their ball player no room to move, and they've broken down every time they've gone over there.
Another huge weekend on Nines Widewater Sports, but arguably the highlight will be the French Open final in the women's. 10:50 tomorrow night, live from Roland Garros. Stosa versus Schiavone. The Australian versus the Italian. From Samantha Stosa. Semi-finals last year, and now the final this year. And along the way has knocked over Ennan, and also the world number 1 Serena Williams is a slip into the tackle into Ben Smith. Has seen Hoffman cough it up. He's split above the left eye as well.
First cut, buddy.
But that's an awkward fall there. It was in Ryan's schoolboy days. It was at this ground where he ran into a goalpost as he was trying to score the try. knocked himself out.
Really?
Oh, it's an amazing incident.
That's so smart.
For St Gregory's College, Campbelltown.
You know everything, Andrew.
Oh, mate, it was quite scary, to be honest. We thought he'd passed away. He hit the post so hard, but
did he score?
No, he didn't score. No, the eyes rolled back into the head for Ryan. Thankfully, he was back at school on Monday. So the capital of Australia was Tokyo, but he was back at school on Monday. Anyway, he's gone on to be a terrific player. Ryan Hoffman, old boy of St Greg's. Here's Mateo. 12 metres from the line. Finch across there. He's gained Finch. He's done a few rounds tonight with the heavyweights, but he's come back for more. Keating inside for Kalis. Gained 247 tonight for the Parramatta co-captain. Hasn't scored a try in the last 2 years, Nathan Kalis. Robson, Chris Keating. Now to Hayne. Hayne on to Rennie. Into one. He's outside. Can't get it to him. Good tackle. A real bear hug there by Inglis. Last tackle Parramatta again. The play the ball was slow. Keating's kick is good. Duffy is there and up he goes, and that's a feature of this young bloke's play. In only game number 6 of his NRL career, he is very good under the high ball.
It was a great take by Duffy, but it was the pressure by Cameron Smith once again. The sort of pressure that the 20-metre sprint to put pressure on Chris Keating. People don't see that, but the coach, Craig Bellamy, certainly does.
Now, Nielsen with it for Melbourne, and just thrown to ground there by Ben Smith, who's up to 15 tackles for the night. Top of the Eels count. Oh, and then front on Moimoi! Oh, that is the bowling ball on Sikamanu. It was a brick, you know what, Sikamanu. Dear. What about that collision? Moimoi will go off now, but he's made his last play in his first stint, one to remember.
He spent the last 3 months of last year inspiring his team. Has he done it today?
What a try he scored in the grand final. Fui. Remember that one, second half. That's Sikamanu. You sit on the bench for the first 20 minutes. You get out there, your first touch of the ball, and you run into a 110-kilo wrecking ball. He smashes you and just gives you a little tap on the back. Now the Eels to play it through Manor. And Robson skips up, and Hoffman now with the head bandaged. 45 minutes from the line. Hindmarsh goes short. Mortimer, that may have been forward to Mateo. Great hands. Hayne passes without looking. Mortimer kept it alive. Back to Hayne. Now it's on the deck. Knocked on by Finch. Play on Parramatta. But Kalis can't quite get to it. But it will be an Eels feed.
The Eels have had all the field position, all the momentum the last 10 minutes. Playing offload football, no-look passes. But they've yet to score. They've got to make something of this field position and all this possession.
Well, to our viewers outside of Sydney, today was just a bludger of a day. It poured rain. It was terrible, and you thought tonight was just going to be a dour struggle, lots of kick, lots of playing field position. We've come here tonight, it's totally different, and the way the two sides have approached the game, it's quite fantastic. It's compelling viewing at the moment. Manor to play it here. 25 metres out from the line. Hindmarsh goes short to Smith. They're turning on a show, Parramatta and Melbourne. The grand finalists of last year. Hayne now, up in the line, with purpose to Mortimer. Now for Tahoe. Takes on Nielsen and Cronk. He's made some big tackles out on that right side for Melbourne tonight, Cooper Cronk. Ken Manor with it. He knows his job coming off the bench. 5 away from the line now. Plays it. Not quite getting to his feet. That's become a bit of a trademark. Now Mortimer ducks and passes away to Kalis. Kept alive. Now Melbourne under pressure. Keating. On it comes to Smith. And the young pup, the mad pup, McDougall makes one hell of a tackle. Hayne with the ball. 5 from the line. Ready. Then up came Inglis. He'll score for Parramatta. He got past Billy Slater. They couldn't scramble any longer. It is wonderful attacking rugby league. Greg Inglis has been left behind here for Melbourne. He's in strife, but the Eels have their first try.
I think Greg Inglis is on the end of maybe a forearm from Reddy. Unintentional, but here's plan B. They went to plan A, the bomb. I reckon 5 times they've been down here. Plan B, give it to Jared Haynes, see what he can come up with. Finds Reddy, hits and spins in the tackle. Here's Jared going to the line, sizing him up, goes for the short ball. Oh, there it is, not unintentional.
It's an accident, but the elbow looks like it's hit Greg Inglis in the jaw.
He's up and about, he's all right. Plan B, Jared Haynes.
Joel Reddy had a bit of trouble with a striking charge back in round 5 earlier this year against Canberra. Copped a suspension from it as well. But Inglis is okay here. And Burt will have the shot at goal. 15 metres in from touch. He's closing in on 500 career goals, Luke Burt. He's up to 493, as you can see there. Been a terrific contributor to the Parramatta cause. And now to level up at 6-all in Bundy Red. Friday night football, Burt's kick, successful. 6-all, the Eels in the Storm.
Only once. Stay behind.
We have a real good game of rugby league underway here. 26 minutes gone and 6-all. First try went to Slater. The reply came from Inu. And Manner to play it just short of the 20-metre line. Let's go to the sideline, Tim Gilbert.
Yeah, it's a great game, hasn't it? And it's got a real state of origin dimension about this. Mal Meninga and his Queensland selectors, as we look at the Super there, 7:30 in a couple of weeks' time, Wednesday, June 16. But Mal Meninga and his selectors would have been a little bit nervous when Greg Inglis went down. Also a couple of bolters. Could Tim Manor come into the New South Wales side? Or Nathan Hindmarsh, could he be resurrected?
Now Keating, and here is that man, Nathan Hindmarsh. I'd have no dramas if he was made captain, to be honest, and that's no disrespect to Kurt Gidley. Our most experienced, New South Wales' most experienced forward. Kick downfield, fielded by Duffy. On it comes to Slater. And that's surrounded by troops, but that doesn't mean nothing's on for Billy. And tackled 25 metres away from the Storm line. Now Duffy. He found out about his first grade debut 2 hours before the salary cap scandal story broke. Imagine his emotions. And made his debut that week against the Warriors and scored 2 tries on debut, Matt Duffy. Now Tolman will play it just over halfway. Hinchcliffe just tips it on to Manu. Manu 40 metres from the Parramatta line. Some speculation he won't be there next year, Sikamanu. And Cameron Smith is going to kick for the corner. And Hayne will go across to it. He's got it. Hayne looks up. He sees McDougall. And that is as close to the goal line in the sideline as you can get. The Eels will run it out of trouble. And Reddy does very well to get back over the 10. And now Inu will get them over the 20. This is good work, Parramatta, to come out of a corner and in 2 tackles be back over the 20. Luke Burt's come all the way in off the left wing to take that one. Now Keating goes short to Manor and held in the tackle. There's 4 there. Tolman, Hinchcliffe, Blair and also Manu. 40-metre line, Parramatta, chance to kick from inside the 40. Keating, but straight down to Slater. I don't think you want to do that too often during the night. Slater has thrown the Harbour Bridge pass.
Trying to do what?
That's from the Jared Safi School of Passing. Where was that headed?
Did you preempt that? Did you say you don't want to do that during the night? Are you talking about Billy or the kick?
Here we go.
You'll never see that again.
I don't know about that.
What, you'll see it again?
Well, I don't know.
Tonight?
He seems
I'm 100, he doesn't do it again
He seems
tonight.
to bounce back from these things so easy. That's why he's so entertaining. Yeah. It's amazing what happens when Jared Hayne pulls that ball out from the end goal, how a good play like that can end up.
Well, if you're sitting over there in Bay 23, you weren't expecting to be fielding a Slater pass tonight, but you just did then.
That'll look good on 3D TV.
19 metres out from the line. Here come Parramatta. Hayne, and offloading there to Justin Poor. He went strongly last week, I thought, against the Dragons in a 30-0 defeat. Here's Mortimer. And Matteo, where does he pull those passes from? Hindmarsh, he offloads a sneaky one to Poor. Justin Poor thrown down there wrestling style in the cage by Cameron Smith. 12 metres from the line. Keating knocked as he passed. Hayne, watch his footwork. Hayne then passes on to Rennie. Has gone to score. He reckons he scored. Tony Archer will check it.
Possible obstruction.
But a little bit of the Hayne train magic right there. And Parramatta may be in front. And Rennie is convinced he has scored.
Well, it was beautiful lead-up work. I think it was Chris Keating who played the pass. Look at him straighten up here, and the no-look pass out the back sucks Brett Finchen, and the footwork from Hayne, and the vision and skill to pop it over the top. Does Rennie get the ball down over in the corner? He thinks so. Can't tell from that angle. Dives. Oh, yeah, that's a try.
Well, definitively, can you say that he has got it to the line from the head-on shot?
I think it's a try. You've got to love the effort by Greg Inglis. There on the line. 4-pointer.
He's on the line, Freddie.
Jared Hayne stood Greg Inglis up. And then he turns, spins, gets over there, grabs Joel Reddy, and's an inch away from saving a try. Great defensive effort.
Well, it has to be I would have thought a benefit of the doubt try, because you can't say that you saw the ball actually on the line, but you're prepared to say balance of probability. He has got it to a part of the line to score, and it is a try to Reddy. I don't think you can dispute the decision. And Parramatta in front for the first time tonight, 10 points to 6.
This is a good lead-up work. Chris Keating here, he gets the ball. He gets the ball with a bit of width on the Kuno replay. He straightens up. And that brings Brett Finch in, creates the 3-on-2 on the outside. And eventually the try in the corner, but it was Keating. The ability to straight up, catches the ball, comes off his right foot, and the no-look pass. Beautifully done.
And Parramatta got the chance to attack via the wayward pass from Billy Slater. Now Burt from close to touch, 21 metres out. He wants some strength on it. Not enough. But the Eels in front by 4 in Bundy Red Friday night football.
Start again.
The clash of the grand finalists of last year has been a high-quality contest. And here is Justin Poor for Parramatta, running up into the clutches there of Ryan Hinchcliffe. That last meeting, October 4 last year, 23-16 to Melbourne. But previous to that, Parramatta won by 2 here last year, 18-16. As I mentioned at the top of the coverage, also in 2008 here at Parramatta, they won 24-22. Overall here at Parramatta, they're 5-5. 9-13 in 22 clashes overall, Joey.
We're impressed with their bench. Great impact off the bench by Paul and also Tim Manor.
Another offload there from Matteo. Now back with Hindmarsh, and Hindmarsh is able to pass to Hayne. He's trapped there by Inglis. He's got him. He's almost got his jumper as a souvenir there, Greg Inglis. Now Keating is under pressure. This is the last tackle. They keep it alive. Out it goes to Burt. He'll get a kick away. And he's done it down a very narrow channel. That's wonderful play by Luke Burt. Here is Slater.
The fullback's
and
come
Hayne
together.
again. Well, Well, it's not often that you get the two number ones head-to-head like this. But they clashed on a bomb, they clashed on a break, and now Hayne makes another tackle on Slater. Mauve boots versus the yellow. And now the ball with Tolman, who paid the price for not hitting the ball all that hard there. Met solidly by the defence. Croc gets them going a little quicker down the right side. Mateo's in the tackle. Mortimer's there. Tahu's there. That's on Manu. Last tackle for Melbourne. 20 metres out. Kick maybe coming out towards Inglis here. Here goes Cronk. He hoists it high. Inu's good leaper. Up goes Hayne. The ball is there for Melbourne. And the Parramatta end up with the ball. Jared Hayne's come away with it. There's a big opportunity. And, well, that's a voluntary tackle if ever I've seen one. Hayne has just slid onto his back, and Melbourne are entitled to do whatever they like.
Not only sliding his back, he got run down by Brett Finch. You'll never hear the end of it.
Well, how was that bomb diffused back there near the line?
That was the jumper up, the ball up the jumper trip.
Roy Simmons, 1984.
Seriously, can you give a penalty for that? What he did there? Just decided to fall over and slide. No, it doesn't exist. They've changed the corner post rule this week. We'll work on the voluntary tackle next. Here's Paul. Only take us 8 years. 29 metres out from the line. Got the torso rule in our sights too, Freddie. As Mortimer goes high. This is a tough one for Slater. No troubles for Billy.
Caught in the field, in and in goal. It's a goal line dropout.
And there it is, Tony Archer in commentary tonight. Tells us line dropout.
Daniel Mortimer puts up a nice bomb, 35-40 metres out. What's Billy Slater in? Takes the ball, knows he's under a lot of pressure, goes with the defence.
So much awareness. He knew where the chases were. He knew how much time he had.
I think his foot was in goal too, actually. He was unlucky.
Smith from the line dropout. And Parramatta with the ball, and Justin Paul. One of the men Joey has wrapped from the Parramatta bench. They've also got Tom Humble on the bench tonight instead of Matt Keating. Now here is Mannah, offloaded to Paul, then to Mortimer. Kept going for Horro. And Horro will play at 25 metres from the line. Now Mortimer, Paul. Parramatta in possession, chasing a third straight try. Inu in the 25th minute, then ready in the 31st. It would suit on that sequence. They score in the 37th. Right now, Smith to Hayne. Hayne to Reddy. Reddy to Inu! And there is a purple wall there that takes him over the sideline.
So like the Eels attack, a lot of pre-line passing. You see Hayne here with a no-look pass. Beautiful scramble by the Storm, but the Parramatta side, especially their forwards, a lot of passing before the line. If you play the Melbourne Storm and it's one-out football, they control the ruck, they get numbers in. But a bit of passing, moving the ruck. They look dangerous, the Eels.
Mate, they've sniffed a real weakness down this left-hand side with Finch and Inglis. 23 tackles they've made between them. On the other side, they've made 8.
Well, it's been the way for the last few seasons. The Melbourne left-hand side teams attack that way.
Is that 15 tackles more? Get the calculator out.
Yeah, I can't do the sums, man. We're not paid to do the sums, Joey.
And Melbourne with the ball. And it is Hinchcliffe, who was actually the captain of the Parramatta SG ball side back in 2002. And he returns to Parramatta Stadium here. Kick downfield, and Hayne will trot across to it with Luke Burt. It's pretty good metres on the kick. Cronk leads the chase. They've circled Burt, got him trapped there. Tim Gilbert sideline.
Yeah, Bossy, you've had a love-hate relationship with the corner post. You used to chase him in the 70s to try and steal him. You've been lobbying for this rule. I want to know what the other boys think of it.
I think it's ludicrous.
Oh.
I think for a rule we've had for 102 years, we change it after 13 rounds of a competition. I've never seen anything so ludicrous.
I could care less. Could not give a rat's.
Got steady on, boys. There's Paul. with it to play it 5 metres short of halfway. Yeah, the timing was strange, but it's been a ludicrous rule for 102 years, Freddie. 45 metres away from the line, and Keating will go high. Underneath it is Slater. Slater has got it, and Horro thought he had a big shot on him.
What do you think, Freddie? You're sitting on the fence a bit.
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy.
Well, it's gone now, Freddie. Tell your story walking. Here's Nielsen with the ball. And over the 30 he goes for Melbourne. Cameron Smith. Cronk goes short. By the way, big reaction from our New Zealand viewers to Freddie Fittler's commentary last week. Apparently a Kumatai. As a kick goes through, Slater can't get to it. The young Warriors back rower has been hounded all week by people on the street who are calling him Pad Thai because of Freddie Fittler.
He wants to fight you, Freddie.
Poor young bloke.
Charity fight at the end of the year, he said. He's only 115 kilo.
Poor the
He'd be using me as a hitting pad.
Final minute of the first half. And that corner post rule now is that if a player in the act of scoring a try or a defender, if they touch it above the ground, touch the corner post, they're not considered out. However, if a kick was to go to the corner and hit the corner post, the ball hit the corner post, it would be considered out. Bit of common sense. But Freddie thinks it's ludicrous. Here's Hayne, tries a chip over the top, didn't get the bounce, the ball's loose, and it comes Duffy's way. And Matt Duffy with it 10 metres out from the line.
I think it's ludicrous we change a rule after round 13 and 102 years.
And Freddie, I will give you that. I agree with you. It is very strange.
I'll sit down.
As the ball goes over the top out to Inglis. He's got Inu in front of him. He's away from Smith, and Inu gets him. 40 metres out from the line. I don't want this first half to end. I don't want them to have a break. Half-time siren sounds. Finch out to Cronk. Cronk's done a kick it across field. Duffy will come onto the ball. He kicks it back. That's interesting. Then it's kicked again by Nielsen. Paul gets to it. They all want to start with GWS. And that is half-time here at Parramatta Stadium. Most entertaining. You will stay with us after the break. We'll listen to the reception for Melbourne coming off. It will not come as any surprise. But 3 tries scored in the opening 40 minutes. And Parramatta lead the Storm by 10 points to 6 in Bundy Red Friday night football.
All right, boys?
For only the 3rd time this year, Parramatta lead at half-time in a match. And Luke Burt gets us back underway on a night where both teams are playing for charities with points scored. Melbourne for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. As the Storm bring it to centre field with Manu, and that's $3,000 for a win, $1,500 for a try. $1,000 for each goal and $500 for a field goal. And Parramatta tonight, Nahas Construction's giving $1,000 for every try the Eels scored. That's been put towards their local community program. So $2,000 into the kitty there, and a total of $2,500 from the Storm so far. 40 metres out from the Melbourne line, Cameron Smith, first kick of the second half. Now that was right from the 40. And Inu's taking his time to get back to it. Almost paid a price as Inglis came through on it. And the Eels are 15 metres out from their own line. They conceded the first try in the 7th minute of play tonight, and Slater scored off a Cooper Cronk kick. But Parramatta's 2 tries, very good. Inu the 25th and Reddy the 31st. But their efforts, that hit up just then by Justin Poor, an indication of what the bench have done for them. Tim Manor and Justin Poor, very effective tonight. This is played by the other benchman, Horro. Now Manor 5 short of halfway. Around the legs was Hinchcliffe. Now Robson, Mortimer, Hayne kicks from 5 metres inside his own half. Back towards the wing of Duffy. Hard to fault this young man's work tonight. Scored 25 tries last year in the Toyota Cup. Matt Duffy. And now with Nielsen. 10 games last year, and one of them was the grand final. A dream run for the former Shark. Now McDougall, 12 short of halfway, just stepped over the ball, never played it back. Finch, he goes off and passes to Hoffman. Hoffman got it away, it's been called forward. The crowd love it.
Ryan Hoffman.
They watch the play continue downfield, and Inglis thrown over the sideline, but this pass was called forward from Hoffman. There it is. They're all onto it, the men in pink. And the scrum 35 metres out from the Parramatta line. And here you go, an example of the modern scrum. The position's taken up. Inu goes into the second row. Slater was in at lock. All over the place.
Manor at 5'8".
Now Hindmarsh, Mortimer out in front of Tahu. Tahu pushes Nielsen aside. Burt with the ball. Burt away from Duffy. Nielsen captures him from behind. 31 metres away from the line. Mortimer, low ball, terrible ball. Robson, and it's called a knock on. Yeah, no protest from Parramatta. It may have gone backwards off the Robson's hand, but here's a fair bump from Tahu on Nielsen. Strengthen that right palm.
And to compete with the Melbourne Storm and the top teams, there was one in the first half from Robson, that one from young Mortimer. You can't be making elementary errors like that, simple passes that go to ground.
So the Storm from the scrum. Nielsen with it. Tackled there by Robson and also Justin Poore. On those bench plays. Bennett's made 13 hit-ups. That's top of the Eels count. Poore's made 7. Very good, the two replacement front rowers. Now Cooper Cronk. Manu. As usual, socks down, offloaded there. Blair. A little quiet tonight. He was quite good in the opening, Adam Blair, but not a great deal since with the ball in hand. Now Smith to centre field. Finch. Hoffman. Outside, but Parramatta, good tackle, Keating and Reddy. Smith, 42 metres from the Eels line. A Finch. They attack short side, very flat. And no troubles there for Ben Smith to make the tackle on Inglis, and that's not normally the case. Now Cronk will go high, awfully high. Burt has called for it. Burt's got it. 15 metres out from the Parramatta line. At 10-6, 5 into the second half.
Obviously, you're talking about Adam Blair being a bit quiet. You probably look at the possession flow of both teams. That first half, Parramatta had 58% possession. The Melbourne Storm had to make 40 more tackles, which is really unheard of. It goes to show how well they defend.
And that error we saw from Robson on the previous set, only the fourth handling error by Parramatta tonight. Mortimer! It's almost away, and the jersey was at full stretch in the right hand of Adam Blair to make the tackle. Poor. On it goes to Hayne. Again, pass, no look. Keating, Smith puts a fend on Finch. And Finch has got him 40 metres away from the Melbourne line now. Keating, he'll kick with purpose to the corner. Send McDougall back. Great kick, Keating. McDougall has a look at it, then decides to grab it. And again, a terrible play. The ball knock on, I thought, there by Slater. Will Melbourne get the penalty for not clearing away? But I reckon I saw a couple of discretions there, indiscretions from Melbourne. The kick is perfect. I don't think McDougall plays this correctly. He steps over it, Slater knocks on, and Keating gets penalised.
I could be hurt. Play the ball properly.
Freddie is irked as Hinchcliffe loses the ball.
The footy gods.
And Poore is onto it. He's run back 10 metres to link up with Mortimer. Mortimer now. A little bit of fancy footwork.
What's Justin Poore doing there? Yeah, when you see a front rower get in space, they don't know what to do. Put a compass on his head.
On his head. How's he going to see it? Hindmarsh. 25 metres out from the Storm line. Hayne steadies it up. Poor has got it right this time. Heading towards the northern end of the ground. Now Robson. Hayne props back inside and found Manor, who was tackled by Hinchcliffe. 15 away. Played quickly for Robson. Mortimer. Parramatta with Horro. Wrap around Mortimer. Quick hands down Nielsen for Melbourne. Quick turnover. This is a good game of footy.
Watching Jared Hayne, that said, moved to the right, played the inside pass to Tim Manor. Then he came back around to the open side, was organising his forwards, organising Daniel Mortimer, organising his outside backs. He's playing as a fullback, playing his first receiver, second receiver, organising the team.
But could he play that role for New South Wales?
Without doubt.
Now New South Wales Finch go in, and Hoffman is almost snapped in half by Ben Smith. Again, he sort of slipped into the tackle, not for the first time tonight. Hoffman is now hurt as well. Slater's lost the ball. They're revved up, the Parramatta fans. They're up on their feet. They've forced a mistake from Melbourne. They've put them under intense pressure. Hoffman's in awful strife here for Melbourne. He can barely walk. He's got a problem with his right leg. They can't make a change at the scrum. This is a ridiculous rule. The bloke can hardly walk at the moment.
He's going to go defending at left centre. Just come back last week or the week before from a medial ligament strain or tear.
If you
watch
watch
the same knee.
If you watch here, Joey, Proctor will stand on the sideline. The moment the ball comes out, he'll just jump into right wing.
Actually flaunted the rules there, Melbourne. They only went with 5 at the scrum by getting Hoffman to the far touchline.
What are you implying, Jesse?
He was over the sideline. Does that matter?
It was a little loose interpretation there.
Take the points off.
How do you take the points off? A great line, Joey. That's why you paid the big dollars.
It's now 10-0.
Parramatta 25 metres out from the line. And here is Robson. Hayne dummies to Hindmarsh. Out the back to Keating. Now for Mortimer. Here's Tahu. 8 metres from the line. Finch there. Mortimer. Now they want to swing it back to the right. Hindmarsh with it. Keeps it going. Hayne's got it. Good footwork. Stands in the tackle. Doesn't offload. But gets a quick play the ball. And they keep it going. Keating last tackle. Smith. Interesting kick. Fielded by Blair. Ben Smith. I think he did that for Werris Creek, but he hasn't done a kick like that for 15 years.
Only once for Werris Creek. And only once for Parramatta Eels.
Have a look at this. Gus always has said you've got to have one kick in your kit bag in case you get the ball on the last tackle. And Smith has shown us what he's got there. Very nifty. Now, down goes Brett White. They knocked over the statue, and kickers found open space. Hayne will go back for it. Well, one team here is, you've got to remember, are not playing for any competition points. It's a great game of footy tonight. Watch this hit on Brett White. Down they both go, Poor and White. Poor, who was in the New South Wales Origin side all 3 games last year. Tom Humble is on for his 3rd game of first grade. You'll see him in jumper 18, taking up the dummy half roll. The boy from Blackwater in Queensland. Passing off to Hindmarsh. He's over the 40-metre line. And now again, Humble a dummy half for Daniel Mortimer. Bit of space to run up to the line inside for Manor, who had the arms free, but Proctor made the tackle, pushes him down. Last tackle, Mortimer. Another kick to the corner, and this one is into the in goal. Slater is with it. Slater past Tahu, but more excitement for the fans here. Nielsen under pressure from Horro. Gee, there's going to be some people who were deciding not to come to the game tonight because of the inclement weather, and it was miserable at that, and I can't blame them, but they're probably regretting now they're not here to witness this live. as Cronk kicks across field. I'm not sure whether he was offside, but the call is play on, and away they go. Inglis bumps off one, bumps off two, then puts a friend on a third. Look at GI, got it to Cronk, 8 metres away from the line. Greg Inglis, Colossus, ball on the bounce to Smith, unloads to Nielsen, Nielsen to Blair, Blair offloads back to Smith, 12 metres from the line, big numbers, Hinchcliffe, Finch is over for Melbourne. Well, they're calling for the video referee, but they can't go back and check the previous run to see if Inglis was onside. They just have to check obstruction here. What an amazing passage of play from the Melbourne Storm.
It's going to be a tough one, I think. Smith goes to the line, Slater goes in front of him, he definitely runs behind him. No, yeah, that's no try. Takes the defender out. What a beautiful piece of play by Melbourne. Greg Inglis flying down the sideline. As long as in that 100-metre sprint that's going to be on at the end of the year.
That's a try, Freddie.
Mate, the defender comes in. You bring the defender in like that, you give him no chance to defend. He has to defend up on Billy Slater, and Cameron Smith runs behind him.
Does he go behind him?
I think he does.
If he lets the go ball there, it's fine.
No, yeah, he
but
definitely
he held on for that
him.
extra half a second, Joey, and I think for doing that, they're going to be denied a try here, Melbourne.
Well, that rule's been changed 3 times this year.
What do you think of that?
No.
So, decision coming through in Bundy Red Friday Night Football. It is no try. We'll take a break with the Eels up by 4.
Right, pass is the advantage, mate. Pass is the advantage.
Well,
pass, kick or run is the advantage. Okay? I've told you, Cameron. Oh, well, I don't make them, mate. I don't make them.
Well, Tony Archer's had a little each way there in his explanation. Friday Night Football here at Parramatta Stadium. Bit of argy-bargy between Cameron Smith and Tony Archer. Tony Archer took the way out by saying, well, I don't make the rules. That's like saying, well, I don't actually agree with it, but I enforce them. So it didn't appease Cameron Smith at all. Chris Keating over the 40-metre line. Adam Blair makes the tackle. The stride's half down. And Keating slow to his feet. He's hurt his shoulder in that tackle. Now Justin Poore, right on halfway. Mortimer, Kane, Tahu, and good tackle. Cronk goes in low. Finished off over the top by Nielsen. Moi back on. And Moi is 30 metres away from the Melbourne line. Humble back to Keating. High ball again. Out towards McDougall. He takes it. And is then taken by Reddy. And the play starts 5 metres out from the Melbourne Storm line. There's been so many highlights in this match tonight, and highlights from some of the best players in our game as well. And overall, the error count is not all that high given the slippery conditions. It's now the Storm with Tolman. A few games earlier this year with a knee injury. Took him out of state of origin contention. Hinchcliffe, Cronk, Blair. Great tackle again by Parramatta. That was Horro. Last tackle. Been a good set in defence from Parramatta. Cronk's kick. Hayne will get across to it. He'll look up, size them up, straighten up. And is tackled by Cooper Cronk. 30 metres out from the Parramatta line. At 10 points to 6. And we've gone the last 23 minutes without points being scored in this one. Maybe someone's about to crack here. Good run by Horro. Great run, in fact. Now Humble and Mortimer. Moi is taken low there by Hinchcliffe. Humble again at dummy half. Keating goes inside to Smith. Humble playing dummy half tonight. He's played 5'8" fullback and now hooker in his 3-game first-grade career. Back to Hayne. 25 minutes out. Last tackle. Horro does quick work. Tahu to Burt. Burt puts a kick back infield, across field. It's spiralling. Oh, look at this! Look at this from Parramatta! Heavens above!
Last one, the
They
onside,
could
mate.
not have possibly
Onside.
practiced or rehearsed that one. Play to the left. Kick from wing to wing just about. What about that, Freddie?
He's pulled that out of the little side pocket of his kick bag.
It wasn't only an infield kick, it was a torpedo which swung late away from McDougall. He wasn't taken out, was he?
Have you ever seen a kick from the left winger kick towards the left winger of the opposition? That's an amazing piece of play.
No.
From one sideline to the other side of the posts. And we think Reddy has got his second try. Stephen Clark is the video referee. This for an 8-point lead and maybe 10. So Stephen Clark, I don't know whether they've got a wide shot that's able to show if Reddy is onside. As for any interference, well, we've had one go each way.
Surely not.
Well, you see, we've had one go each way. The Tigers game against the Roosters, it was try, okay. Then we had one against the Sharks, and the Raiders, was it?
He can't jump. He can't jump over the top of him.
Well, here's Steve Clark's decision. And he says ref's call. Now, that is because he wasn't able to get any shot to show if Reddy was absolutely onside. They're cleared of the obstruction. And Parramatta get the try for 14-6.
Timmy Manor does a great job here. Tips it on there. Hits Tomato Toe. They've been flat all night, that left-hand side attack for Parramatta. That allows Luke Burt the time to put a left foot spiral over the head of McDougall into the waiting arms of none other than Joel Reddy.
Well, it's been an extraordinary night in some circumstances here, and that try is extraordinary. Parramatta, who had not scored a point in their previous 3 halves of football going into tonight, have now got 3 tries against the Storm. Tim Gilbert sideline.
Yeah, he's special, Luke Bird, isn't he? That was a wonderful piece of play. Now, a few things to report on here. Ryan Hoffman, he has re-injured that knee, that medial, so he'll need scans. He won't be back tonight. Now, there is Ryan on the bench. He's not very happy about it at all, as you'd imagine. Now, just on that bench as well, there has been a little bit of hostility. We mentioned it was calm at the start of the game. Well, there's been some byplay, some sledging from the bench and the crowd here. I don't know whether Craig Bellamy will be happy with a couple of his runners because they're getting involved in it.
Righto, well, Tim will continue to monitor that. They've got police down there, they've got security guards. And Parramatta in the meantime with the ball 30 metres out from their own line. It is a little disappointing that we have to have no less than 3 or 4 officials or security staff around a football bench, but that's what we've got tonight. Here is Hindmarsh. 5 metres inside the Storm half, and they had a good go at the ball there. 3-man tackle. Last play with the Eels. Hayne. This is a high ball, this one. Slater underneath it. Slater gets the ball, turns side on, then cops the hit. And Melbourne back in possession. It's 16-6.
It's interesting, 22 minutes coming up with the Storm under all sorts of pressure. Real test of character here for them. Parramatta had all the ball, 57% of the ball. Ready to see how they aim up here.
Considering they did so much work in that first half, they've impressed me to no end. They've had plenty of energy.
Cox got a kick away from inside the 40, but Hayne is onto it. He's had plenty of possessions tonight, Jared Hayne, plenty of touches of the football. That time tackled by Lowry and Proctor. 39 metres away from their own line. And now into centre field.
Yeah, you get the feeling with so much possession this last 21 minutes, this game's really going to open up.
Now Horro again. Horro, poor Mena. Very strong for Parramatta. Humble has lost it. Tommy Humble, one of the Parramatta players, got ironed out. Was it Fui?
This is going to be zero tackle.
It is Fui.
Hey!
He's gone into
Zero.
the
Just wait there. You looked at me. Adam, you know it. Over there.
position on the ground where he looks in great distress.
Yeah. It's a zero tackle.
And down he goes from Brett White. We'll take a break in Friday night football. Fui's okay. Philly okay. 20 to go here.
Leave it, Jared. Jared, leave it, mate.
Well, here at Parramatta Stadium at the moment,
Cameron.
well, Stephen Clark, our video referee's had a look at it, and Brett White's going to be penalised here.
I understand that, mate, but you can't take him out without the ball like that, okay? Cameron, you've got to keep your players calm.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay?
Yeah,
So just keep them calm.
Yeah, no
The incident's on report, it's a penalty.
So, Gus was here. The decoy runner was taken out down the other end and all those sorts of things. But anyway, let's not get bogged down with those arguments.
You got to love Cameron Smith's response. Settle the players down. Yeah, cool.
He won't die of stress, will he?
And an opportunity to go for goal. Yes, 40 metres out in front to put them 12 points in front. Well, both you boys have captain sides. Is that the decision you would have made, Joey?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking goal. I think with so much possession and while they got the momentum, be going for points, going for the try, Freddie, your opinion?
Yeah, and from 40 out. Well, that's a long way. If anything but hits their sweep, and Melbourne get the ball, and, you know, they're defending on their 20, Parra. The next time they'll get it, they'll be back in their own quarter.
What are you saying? He won't kick it?
Well, he might kick it, but they've had all the ball. It's just a big risk.
I'll back Luke Burt.
Me too.
I want to back him to get the distance as well. Let's watch. Burt off the
You wouldn't believe it.
Off the Burt.
You wouldn't believe it.
He's got it. He's got it, Freddie. And they're in front by 12. Tim Gilbert sideline.
Yeah, Bossy, correct me if I'm wrong, and that was a great goal by Luke Burt.
Hey.
But there is a bit of bad blood between Brett White and Fui. Fui was smiling when he ran off the field, so I don't think there was much wrong with him. But do you remember, you correct me if I'm wrong, there was a biting allegation some years ago between those two, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a Sunday afternoon game here at Parramatta Stadium. Can be a villain, Brett White. He makes a very good villain, actually, Brett, the boy from Cooma. He was poor. We'll put it this way, he wouldn't be one of the good guys in a James Bond film. He'd be...
I was thinking more murky dismal on Rainbow Bright.
Yeah, whatever. Parramatta with the ball 1 metre short of halfway. Mortimer, he's been a bit more assertive tonight. Daniel Mortimer, now Horro. Very impressed with his game. Only his 10th in the NRL. We'll play it 41 metres away from the line. Well, now that they're 12 in front, I suppose they're probably thinking, well, let's get 13 in front. And let's really make Melbourne work for any chance of a victory. Here's Keating with the ball. He goes high again. More work for Billy Slater. Haynes getting through. Slater's got the ball and Haynes got him. And then copped a headlock, and Billy's got a bit to say about it. Haynes stands over him. Ball back here with Nielsen. Now Hayne and Slater. Hayne and Slater were going for it. Were they? Slater's rolled out the back. Haynes on the deck. Cooper Cronk's in the middle too, isn't he?
Kissing?
Hang on a sec.
It's a love dog.
This is getting a bit cosy here.
Yes, please.
Parents, get your kids to the other room. This is late night TV here. I don't think we need to see this.
Take him away.
Well, that sort of...
That could be the cherry on the neck.
it all exploded there. Cooper Croc getting involved with Jared Hayne, and
Take him all
Billy
away,
Slater
mate.
had a bit to say.
Take him
Hayne
all
wanted to go on with it. So he gets him in a headlock here, twists back. Now, if that's Melbourne, it's probably a penalty against them. Oh, gee, Jared Hayne.
Hayne. Yeah.
Well, folks,
Yeah.
for this, Jared Hayne has just ruled himself out of state of
Does he get
origin,
him?
folks, I reckon.
I've
He
got it.
got to
I've
play in the
it.
grand
Go
final
away.
last year, but that's just
Go
stupid.
away.
What? That is stupid. Why would he do that?
Go away.
Please explain. Why would Jared Hayne just
Yeah.
produce the
Go
softest
away.
headbutt
Okay.
in history
Okay.
on
I will
Billy
deal with
Slater?
it. Okay.
I mean,
Jared.
because he's done that, he now has to be
Jared.
charged with something after the game.
We
Over
know
there.
what
I will-
the charge is, boss.
Over there.
What is the charge?
It'll be striking. It'll be
do we know the
striking.
points?
I need you too. I just spoke to him. You're going to have to keep your boys calm, right?
Yeah. We're doing that now.
I understand.
Yep.
But they've got a lot to lose
Yes.
with the weeks leading up.
Yes.
You got a lot to lose too. The incident that you are is on report, right? And the penalty's going against you. That's silly stuff at this time of the year, mate. You've got to keep it calm. Go back. I'm giving you time to talk to him. Okay? The incident's on report.
Well, we love their passion. There's no question of
I
that.
need you too.
But you used the word ludicrous in the first half, Freddie, in regards to changing a rule mid-season.
Okay?
I labelled
just spoke to
Jared
Nathan.
Hayne's
I
act
said
there
this to
as
him.
ludicrous.
At this time of the year,
in
mate,
the football
your bloke's
sense.
got a lot to lose by doing something silly in this game.
Well, over the whole game, I can't remember the last time.
Hey,
Fullbacks have come together
they
so
got other
often.
games, and you know that. Well, if that's the attitude you want to take, go back and play, right? That's all I'm asking you to do.
It's not the attitude I've got to take, it's the attitude we've got to have, mate.
Yeah, well, go back and play. Go back and play. Go back.
Well, that's an
Right. You
extraordinary
don't want to keep calm,
exchange
mate.
now
I'll just
between
deal with it.
Cameron Smith and Tony Archer.
I know that. I know that.
Cameron, you got the penalty, mate.
Who's going to take the next hitter?
No, but if you just gathered all that in, I mean, Cameron Smith is pleading the case of the helplessness of Melbourne playing for nothing for the rest of the year in the 62nd minute of a match in round 13. Well, here we go, folks. Brett White puts his hand up and has tackled 5 short of halfway. What a game of footy tonight. Cameron Smith says we've got nothing to play for. We've got nothing to lose.
I can't run with that argument. It's no one else's fault.
Smith, Cronk, and Lowry's with the ball. He's tackled by Kalis. Moi, it was a free interchange, but it does cost them 1 to get him back on now. Here is Proctor, 33 metres away from the Parramatta line. Hayne is on report. Hayne has to be charged. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he's got carryover points, hasn't he, from the preliminary final last year. Here's Hayne catching the ball. 5 metres out, and now hammered by Melbourne. Look out, folks! As Burt now rushes in there. Well, you don't need a third, a fourth, a fifth, a 15th man in.
Hey, Daniel.
We have 17 more explosive minutes to go with this one. And Melbourne and Parramatta, the grand finalists of last year.
You can get the third man in. You can get the 2 third
Boy,
man in.
oh boy. What is going to unfold in this game? They wanted a piece of Jared Hayne here. Billy Slater's involved. Now let's check what he does here in the tackle. He's got him, Blair's got him. Well, he's gone for a very awkward forearm, Billy. And then Mortimer rushes in, Burt rushes in. Well, when I say rush in, they were certainly close to the play, but they've got involved where they didn't need to.
Billy.
Certainly in the eyes of the referee.
I told you down there.
Brett White's picked out Daniel Mortimer as well. Listen to this.
Him coming over and chopping, right? And I told you about keeping him calm. Listen, Billy, chopped him over, right? Second thing is, you go into the bin to calm down, right? Daniel Mortimer. Don't you come at me.
Slater has 10.
I spoke to the other bloke who was the captain before, told him to keep a cool head, calm your footballers down. You go in and escalate that into a fight after I've blown the penalty. Go and have 10.
So Mortimer is off to the sin bin as well. Now, stand by, Slater coming off the ground. Slater and Mortimer, let's watch this. There's plenty of police and security there. And Billy does the right thing, just go straight up the tunnel.
Keep it calm, I don't want any more. Right?
Well, yeah, but they just put that up and they all go down.
Don't come in. Don't come in.
Mortimer off the 10.
Don't tell them not to come in.
Right, anyway.
Well, who takes the next hit up? Parramatta get the penalty. I think it will be Moi Moi who runs into them next. And Brett White will be waiting for Moi Moi. What about this at Parramatta? Here they come! Fui from the back fence! He found they could run off the back fence for that hit up. He's tackled on halfway by Brett White.
Images of Paul Harrigan.
Now Kalis again doing the tackle. Tim Gilbert down on the sideline. You're close to it. You saw Billy Slater come off the field.
I said at the start of the game that there was nothing hostile down here. It has changed. It is unbelievable. I couldn't even hear myself think when Slater was coming off. It really has a bit of spice up in it these last few minutes.
5 metres inside the Melbourne half, and now Keating. There's a match of footy to be won. Parramatta, Hayne put a good fend on. Melbourne have got him in their sights at the moment, Jared Hayne. The action of Billy Slater, I just wonder, they've taken action on the field now. Will there be any repercussions after the game on it? State of origin teams to be selected at the start of the week. Parramatta going to go field goal. Bert from a long way out has not got a great deal on it, and it'll be a 20-metre restart.
Well, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Oh.
Well, that's what happens. The build-up during the week, Ray Price comes out and wants a trophy back, and Melbourne have got to find some sort of motivation in amongst that.
Well,
is that a Falcon?
Well, that's not a charge down. Cameron Smith has taken the odds to try and find touch from the 20-metre restart. He's just kicked it into Hindmarsh, was it? What's going on here? Parramatta now. Keating. Hayne over the top and has put it down. Well, I don't think we can fit in one book all that has happened tonight. Here is the 20-metre restart. You can do this at the Easter show and you get a fluffy toy. He's just kicked it half a metre off the ground. And then Inu, even a jumping Inu, couldn't get that ball. What's going to happen next in this one? But you are seeing the result here tonight in some part of a side that has been told they are playing for nothing this year.
They've done everything. They've done anything but play with passion, and a side that is playing for points though.
14 to go. And Melbourne with Norrie. Parramatta, their defence aims up. That's Kalis. And now Duffy. So Slater and Mortimer in the sin bin. They'll be back with around about 7 to go. Smith, Finch, chance on the left. Proctor was there. Inside they go. Here's Inglis playing fullback at the moment. Inglis with the ball. Tries to stand up. Hayne passes it forward. Crook gets it on the boot. Parramatta come up with the ball. Look who's there. It's Hindmarsh. He offloads. Parramatta back in possession. Hindmarsh is a freak. Hindmarsh is a freak, folks. Who else is going to be back there on an 80-metre breakdown field?
He is a freak. He shouldn't be playing tonight. So Inglis gets in the clear and the ball goes forward. Look who's there. He's got a sternum injury. He's wearing a guard on his chest. It's the biggest guard I've ever seen in my life.
Well, there's another highlight. And credit to Horo, who was back there to make the tackle.
See the guard there on his sternum. He shouldn't be playing.
We haven't touched on the Jared Hayne read and Greg Inglis.
Oh, Moi ran into a shoulder. Archer's down. He reacted. The ref went down as Cameron Smith went down and Moi went down. Moi's down for the count. Cronk is slow to his feet. Parramatta want time stop because Moy's down. I think he's only winded. Are you entitled to keep play going? The referee says yes. Smith, on it goes with Norrie. So Parramatta defending with 11 men at the moment. Moy's still down 5 inside the Eels half. Finch goes short. Proctor has tried to stretch out. Has come up short by a centimetre. His dreadlocks are in goal, but not the ball. Here's Finch. On it comes. Brett White, the villain, has got over the line. Hasn't forced the ball though.
It's the fourth check grounding, I think. I've got an opinion. I have an opinion.
Oh, he was almost going to give us his opinion there.
This will be the fourth.
He's pulled it back. He said, I think he was going to say he's come up short. And then he changed it to, I've got an opinion. Without trying to sway the video referee. Well, good luck trying to see what happened there.
Blakey thought it was the other side, mate, so he may have an angle. Just have a look. Just wait.
I think it'll be White play the ball. 18 points to 6 with 11 and a half to go.
Nathan, don't worry about it.
I
mate. Just wait
know
here.
we say benefit of the doubt goes the way of the attacking side, but you couldn't possibly give that as a try. And I don't think White wants to claim it either. I think he didn't get up like a prop forward who scores a rare try, did he?
Jared actually tries to drag him over the line and drag him on top of himself, but he sort of opens his legs up here and gives him a little channel to go through.
Take it easy, Freddie.
All right.
That is cowboy.
I'm gonna try to think.
Take it easy.
Let me think first before I speak.
Yeah.
The channel between his legs to put the ball down.
That's right.
On the line.
Right. Yes.
But
look, I love when they nod their head. Yeah.
remember, Tony Archer has an opinion. I don't think Stephen Clark can say here. I think it's ref's call, isn't it? He's given no try.
He's taken the opinion
Fourth
away.
tackle. Fourth.
So tackle number 4, 10 metres out.
Jimmy, up here. Fourth tackle.
And Brett White has to play it. They've said short of the line he's held up, not on the line, which would have been in goal, which meant he would have been able to play it 10 metres out. He's entitled to play it right on the goal line here, so Parramatta's all offside. Play will continue. Cronk with the ball, gets it away to Blair. He wants to offload, but tackled by Robson and Mateo. Last tackle, 5 out from the line. Smith got a kick, knocked down by Parramatta. They dive on the ball, and Archer says play on. Cameron Smith can't believe it. And Manor brings them out of trouble. What do you think, this kick here? It's off the leg. It may have been off the leg into a man accidentally offside in Robson, but play on for Parramatta. Certainly no knock on. At 18 points to 6. Just over 10 and a half remaining. Hayne with the ball. 15 metres inside their own half. Melbourne have not scored since the 7th minute. Billy Slater got the try. Slater's in the sin bin at the moment. Highmarsh with the ball. He's offloaded again. Back it goes. And Manor across field. Now straightens up. He's had 18 runs of the football tonight, Tim Manor. Keating from inside the 40. He's got a lot on it, but not the angle. Duffy will go back for it. This young bloke must be wondering, this first grade footy, it's a tough business. Only 5 games before tonight for Matt Duffy. And this is an explosive one here. Now Inglis on the Finch. Brett White's gone to the bench for Melbourne. Sikapanu's back out there. Moy's off again for Parramatta. Sin bin players will remain in the tunnel. Mortimer and Slater. Now Cameron Smith. The Cooper Cronk inside for Manu. Manu runs it, Mateo. Mateo makes the tackle. By the way, Hindmarsh 32 tackles tonight. Here's Norrie. And Manor makes that tackle. Last it is for Melbourne. Now Cameron Smith. They think about running it. Cronk, they will run it. Finch on the outside to Proctor. Proctor unloads. McDougall now puts the kick in. Checks to chase it, but Keating across there. And Parramatta back in possession. Now 9 minutes remaining here at the Eels home ground, where they have won the last 2 clashes against Melbourne. Away to Inu. Inu goes short. Hayne has through the gap. He's away from Blair. He's got Inu in support. He slips, he slides, he's back up Jared Hayne. He now looks around. They're coming from behind. He's still on his feet. Mateo. Tahu. Tahu is tackled by Smith. That is the run. Not of the usual footballer, what Jared Hayne just did then.
Look at that run. Tim Mannah. He's the man of the match off the bench.
21 metres out from the line. Now Robson back inside. Mannah got it. Pass may have been forward. They say 6 to go. Smith with the ball.
Draw and pass. 3 on 2.
They can knock Melbourne out here. Burt. Keating to centre field with Kalis. Field goal may have been the option earlier. Now I think they're thinking try. Robson at dummy half. 10 away. Keating to the right side. Hayne. Hayne flicks it on. Ready. He's got 2 tries tonight. Kept it alive for Keating. Keating across. Now back to Robson. Now another switch. There's been 7. Kalis has got the ball. Kalis doesn't offload. Doesn't offload there. Bird has remained centre field. Thinking about a field goal. It comes to Mateo. Off the ankles there of Robson to Keating. Keating. He's only 5 away to Bird. And Bird is wrapped up in the tackle of McDougall. Only the 3rd. Slow to play it. Robson gets it away to Keating. Then on to Hindmarsh. Hindmarsh has Mannah. Mannah is still looking to offload. He does it. Back to Hindmarsh. Hindmarsh to Kalis. Kalis. He offloads to Hindmarsh. Hindmarsh to Keating. Keating scores for Parramatta. The Eels have got the try. They're 4th of the night. And the Storm are on the mat.
Well, it's phenomenal attack by Parramatta, but what about the defence from Melbourne Storm? So courageous. You see the offloads here just chewing the gas of the Melbourne Storm in the Kuno replay. Tim Mannah rolls forward. It's been one of the best offloads out the back to Hindmarsh. The ball to Kalis keeps it alive out the back. Kalis back to Hindmarsh. Hindmarsh draws and passes. Oh, just take a breath, Freddie. And Keating's over.
Captain. On to Captain. On to Captain. On to Keating. Has that ever been done before? Captain to Captain to Captain.
Malcolm Middleton will just go through every match in 102 years just to check that for you, Freddie. But Keating's got to try, and...
But I'm going to give a rap to the Melbourne Storm defence. Cameron Smith spoke about it earlier. So we've got nothing to play for. All the possessions Parramatta Eels way, 58% of possession. But yet they dig in on their line. They work for each other. So courageous.
Luke Burt from 20 metres out and 15 in from touch. Just strolls past the touchies. And Burt's got another 2. Bundy Red, Friday Night Football. We can't show you his face, folks. It's 24-6. And here at Parramatta Stadium, a short kick-off as we go into the final 5 minutes of play. It bounces up for Duffy. Back now for Nielsen. It's 13 on 13 again with Slater and Mortimer out there. Lowry slips. But remembering a big incident in this match in the 62nd minute. A little headbutt by Jared Hayne.
Bossy, I think, did they close the door on Lottie Takiri when he got suspended and he chose to play for Brisbane, which deemed to be his 1-week suspension, and he came back and played in the Origin.
The TBA clause I don't think will work. I don't think you'll get away with it. As Melbourne play it with Smith. In any case, Parramatta have the bye next week, so there's no way they'll get away with it. 5 metres out from the line now. Storm with possession.
Nice try, Freddie. Freddie plays in Wentworth first.
Put him back into the New South Wales Cup. Now that's a rort. Melbourne.
Only a rort if you know
Inglis. The kick across field. It's a high one for Duffy. He's good. He's great under a high ball, the young bloke. And he may have got the ball down, Matt Duffy. Tony Archer.
Check this on the last, Clarkie, whether or not he grounds that football. I want to see whether he grounds it.
They look confident.
It'll be another donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but this guy, Matt Duffy, is well over 6 foot in the old money, and it's one of the features of his play in his under-20 career is how he gets up for the ball. But he's also shown a bit of strength here. Matt Duffy. Mortimer's close to it. He's a trustworthy young chap. Ask him. Here's Duffy again, rolled over in the Tahu tackle and the Mortimer tackle. I'm surprised that Tony Archer wouldn't have an opinion on this one from where he got to at this point. He's not in shot, but he's right over the top of it. And again, I'm happy to give that one a try, Joey.
It's a try for sure.
Try. They showed him a lot of respect, Parramatta. Tamana and Burt both trying to shield Duffy. Got well above the Parramatta duo and wiggles his way around. Plants him on the line.
He's quite a story. Born in Auckland, raised in Christchurch. Was considering an offer from Auckland Rugby when he was recommended to the Melbourne Storm, who signed him unseen. Never seen him play. And Matt Duffy went from being a rugby player to coming over to play National Rugby League or to play Toyota Cup.
I think he's a junior high jump champion in New Zealand also.
Yeah.
You see that, some of the traits there with that catch. Bit of a frisbee flop to get above him. Cameron Smith looks relaxed.
Great shot. Great shot. You're told as a kid not to sit on the balls because they do get out of shape. Well, the old leather ones did, but Cameron Smith having a little rest.
I've got plenty of memories of Phil.
No try. No try. So
I'm gathering,
it's held up on the last.
I'm gathering the hand. There's a hand underneath the ball.
So play the ball.
They must believe that's Tamana Tahu's.
I thought it was Matt Duffy's hand. I thought it was the try scorer's hand.
But
they're saying Tahu's hand, but
surely there was blades of grass touching the ball as well.
Duffy there.
That's Tamana's hand.
No, that's his left hand. We're saying no point of the ball touched the grass. That's in slow-mo. I think he's entitled to wriggle it down onto the deck. So 3 to go, and so much has happened in this game. Another big run from Manna. Is he playing his way into a blue jumper? 21 hit-ups, Tim Manna. And it may be past Brett White that he gets the blue jumper. You've got to remember, Brett White this year, this is only his 4th game for the year for the Storm. And the other game he's played this year is Origin footy. Short of halfway.
Put it this way, Bossy. If he hasn't played his way into a jumper this year, he's definitely put himself into the selectors' minds for future Origins. He's a tough team player. Turns up.
Rolls forward so well. Gets over the advantage line and tracks 2 and 3. His ability to play the ball fast. Tonight, 21 hit-ups. All of them quality. Young player with huge potential.
So now Melbourne from the scrum. Lowry turns it inside. Hinchcliffe is 35 metres away from the line. Now Smith, again they've played at the arm. That was Tim Manna. And he's got him for not standing square. Cameron Smith wants to take it straight over the sideline. So Melbourne still with only the 1 try tonight, and it was in the 7th minute to Slater. Smith infield, Manu 9 metres out from the line. Manna made the tackle again. Now across with Cronk. Out the back to Finch. Finch spins away from the attempted tackler. Robson puts a kick in. It's a good one. And they're in to score the try. Greg Inglis He's over for Melbourne. They get their second try with just a minute and a half remaining.
Yeah, Brett Finch does well here. The ball goes out to Finch on the Kuno replay. Swivels, looks up, vision, left foot, puts it in. And Greg Inglis in the corner. Nice kick, Freddie. Nice try.
Just earned himself a couple of $1,000 for
the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I think he earned some money for the people that were back in the overs. There's a little stumpy bloke going mental in the box up here.
So Inglis, I tell you what, he was only just onside, if that, with a kick of Brett Finch there, but they didn't check that. And this should be our last play of the match. But the big talking point of the match, the 62nd minute. The 62nd minute, an altercation between two of the mega stars of our game, Jared Hayne and Billy Slater. And a love tap from Slater because of the love tap from Jared Hayne.
He's kicking this right foot.
So right foot kick from Cameron Smith. Oh. And he's not going to swing it back. 24 points to 10. And there will be no more football here at Parramatta Stadium tonight. As I said earlier, you can write a book about it. What a night. The rematch of the grand finalists from 2009. And I reckon there's even more drama than what we anticipated. What a game. 4 tries to 2. And Parramatta snap a 2-game losing streak. And Melbourne suffer only their second loss since they were stripped of the competition points. The Bundy smooth move tonight from the second half. Freddie said it's never happened before in the history of the game. Captain to captain to captain. Hindmarsh to Manor. Offload. Hindmarsh stands to Kalis. He will offload. Back to Hindmarsh, who touches it for the 3rd time. And then to Keating with 6 to go. That was the knockout punch for Parramatta. And the reaction of the fans was enormous. On a night high in emotion. A match that saw Slater and Mortimer to the sin bin for 10. Billy Slater, the review committee will look at his involvement in a tackle on Jared Hayne.